Hey guys, it's Air here. So, you started playing Monster Hunter World, and you've smashed Jagras, you've trapped Zora Magdaros, maybe you even handed it to Xeno'jiiva. And you're finally making those sweet nerd weapons. But that crafting fee is insane. 117,000 Zenny per weapon, and you mean 12 weapons. Well, even if you only fully upgrade half of them, that's 700,000 Zenny. Looking at all the videos online, there's tons of ways you can make money. You got your Harnatar investigation spam, the sell everything you own plan, the painstaking Might Seed farm, and of course the Bandit Mantle grind. Well, I've got 4 more ways of making bank that I haven't seen anywhere, and I'd like to share them. So without further ado, Air's top 4 tips to make Zenny in Monster Hunter World. Number 4. I stole this one from a friend. He was always starved for points to buy meals in the beginning of the game, and I couldn't figure out why since I always had thousands of points extra. Finally, he told me about his little trick. Once you progress in the story, you'll be able to send out the ship, the Argosy, to pick up items from the old world for you. Once you're able to do this, you can easily transform your extra points into things like consumables or materials. But if you want to make real money, select trade-in items for all 3 of the slots that the Argosy can fill with items. When the ship returns, it will bring you items that cannot be used for anything else but to be sold for money. The costs vary, but for me buying all 3 slots of items cost about 1,200 points, and I made 22,000 Zenny. You can do this every couple of quests. Just watch for the notification on the right-hand part of the screen that the Argosy has returned. Number 3. If you have a good relationship with the 5th Fleet's cuddly pet pig Pookie, then you can convince him to make money for you too. Every time you return from a quest, Pookie will greet you. Pick him up and bring him over just past the research center on the left next to a pile of blue crystals. Pookie will begin to wiggle and your controller will vibrate to tell you that he wants down. If you put him down, he will begin to dig. You can get him to dig up items all over headquarters, but there he will dig up a single piece of ore and give it to you. I like this location best because ore is profitable and it's quick. Over time, that ore stacks up and you can sell a chunk of it for a pretty penny. Number 2. This one I actually feel is the most obvious of them all, but I don't see many people talk about it. If you've met your friends' palicos in-game, or even if you haven't and you get an automatic stand-in, you can employ them to go hunt for you. If you go to your suite, you can pay the housekeeper a modest point fee and they will farm consumables and monster drops for you. The best part is you can increase your Tail Raider squad by completing the cat quests on each map. This bigger hunting party can often mean better rewards. Now, you could save the materials to make those weapons, but if you're like me and you have a surplus of most of the common drops, you may opt to sell them and make some money. Number 1. This is my personal go-to way to make Zenny because not only do I get to play the game instead of grinding load screens, I can make over 400k Zenny per hour. The secret here is, there is no secret. You simply go to the research center and take a good hard sift through your available investigations. Most likely you will find some that have a blue up symbol next to the money reward. These investigations give you high yield cash for completing them. If you're lucky, you can find investigations with rewards of 30, 40, 50, even 60,000 Zenny. The one I got is for 3 high-rank hunts in the Elder's Recess, and it takes me about half an hour. I also save my daily tokens for these high-yield quests, so I can double up the rewards. The key here is to make sure you do this alone. You could do it as a group, but your rewards will be split evenly among all participants, and when fighting alone with your palico, monsters have less health and are much easier to sever, stun, and knock down. That said, carding will take a chunk off your rewards, so play safe and make sure you go in well stocked with pots and buffs. The great thing about farming in this way is that you can still do all of the other things players like to use to make a profit, like using the Bandit Mantle or your Palico's Plunder Blade, and you can actually get useful materials for crafting those 12 nerd weapons with. This run took me a half hour and I made nearly 65,000 in materials, 46,000 in Bandit Mantle drops, 121,000 in Zenny just from the reward itself. That's 230,000 Zenny right there. Plus you get armor spheres, decorations, experience, and you can even earn more investigations by picking up tracks. So those are my top tips to make Zenny in Monster Hunter World. If you for some strange reason haven't seen the methods I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'll leave links to those videos in the description box below. As always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.